Hello and welcome back to Jarvis Johnson Gold, the premium channel that is free. It is free, but if you're watching this, you're premium. And today we're talking about podcasts on TikTok. You know the kind where a guy says things into a microphone with a lot of confidence, just throws it out there for the algorithm to nom 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 nom. So this clip has been going around and my friend sent it to me and I have not watched it yet. It's from someone named Sebastian Escada. From what I've heard, Sebastian here says some pretty outlandish stuff, and I'll be the judge of that.
If you're a guy in your 20s and you don't have a Lamborghini, you should actually sit down and have like a serious discussion with yourself as to why you don't have a Lambo.
Yep. Okay. First of all, the guy in the background going, yep, as if he didn't just say something ridiculous. If you're a guy in your 20s, you should have a serious, and you don't have a Lambo, you should sit down, preferably in your Lambo. But since you don't have one, you've got to sit down in like a regular car or chair and have a serious discussion with yourself about why you do not own a Lamborghini. A discussion like, why don't you have a Lamborghini? I don't want one. Or, why don't you have a Lamborghini? I cannot afford a Lamborghini. These are the types of discussions you could have with yourself. Subscribe for more discussions. Is this even a Lamborghini? I don't know what kind of car this is. I'm not a car guy.
I realize now that it's so incredibly easy and there's so much money out there, and 200 grand relative to what is out there in circulation and what you can grab.
Okay. His argument for why you should have a Lamborghini, you should have $200,000 for a Lamborghini, is that there's a lot of money in circulation, which is true. There are trillions of dollars in circulation, but you cannot just grab them. It's not like you're in one of those money boxes where dollars are flying around and you just, all you have to do is grab $200,000. Why aren't people grabbing the 200 grand? Everybody should do that and buy a Lamborghini. Also, if, not financial advice, but if you have $200,000 lying around, I think that you should not invest it in a depreciating asset like a car. You should probably put it somewhere else. But money is abundant to this guy. So that's why you should just waste the cash on a fancy car. It's a status symbol. It doesn't really get you anywhere more effectively than another vehicle could, but this guy insists because why? I don't know. Let's listen.
With AI tools that you can leverage like never before, 200 grand is chump change. And people will say I'm out of touch with reality.
Yeah. We will say that. He's pretty on the money there.
Suck it, because it's just not true.
It's not true. This is just another one of those gurus who their whole message is, why aren't you rich yet? We've seen them before. We've talked about them countless times. And that's just not how the world works. I think that this guy probably has an abundance of privilege. I would not be surprised if he comes from money. And that is why he has the view on the world that he does, because he's probably been exposed to things that the average person has not. So because he probably has access and privilege that the average person doesn't and is unaware of that. But I could be wrong. I'm still getting to know Sebastian. So here's another video about money, average salary But before we get into why you need a Lambo, or else, we have a word from today's sponsor, Aura. Aura is an app that helps you control what private information about you is shared on the internet. I don't know if you know this, but there's a lot of information about you that can be found online, from your full name, personal email, home address. It's scary stuff. The reason that this information is available is because there's data brokers that profit by selling your information to telemarketers, robocallers, scammers. Aura will identify these data brokers that have your information and automatically submit opt-out requests on your behalf. They can even opt you out of junk mail and telemarketing lists. Aura can also monitor your email and passwords to see if they were included in any data breaches and your info is like exposed online or on the dark web or something. In the unfortunate event that happens, they provide recommendations on what to do. Aura's app also features a VPN, a password manager, real-time credit and identity theft monitoring, internet parental controls, and also protects your devices from malware, all in one app. Let Aura do the hard work of keeping you safe online. Click the link in my description to try Aura for a 2-week free trial and see who is sharing your information right now. Thanks to Aura for sponsoring this video. Now back to our very successful boy.
How old are you?
22.
And how much did you make last week?
Last week was like 100K profit.
dude, it's always these dudes on these podcasts that just say words. They say words and they say numbers. You ask them how they did it and they tell you to buy their course, where somehow drop shipping is involved. It always is. Or maybe, I don't know what it is, but you're setting up some sort of cheap business and you're taking advantage of people, and you've got a Shopify storefront and you're posting screenshots of your PayPal and your Shopify revenue numbers and talking about how easy it is to make cash.
Make this month.
Probably $500,000, maybe a little more.
Profit?
Yeah, profit. It's fucked. I accept that. I accept that amount of money is fucked, but it's like, it's weird because even at that level, dude, we have so much more in the tank.
It's such a short clip. And it's like, okay, I guess you got to listen to the full podcast.
I just paid someone $700K and that person was you. No contract.
No contract? That's just bad business.
Majority of people to do that. I don't know why I trusted you.
I mean, haven't you heard about the Logan Paul thing? He's pretty rich and things can go wrong even when it's rich people doing stuff. Having a contract, not a bad thing.
How many people in this world would completely screw over their friend, maybe even their family, for way less?
Oh, for like 10K,
I had
20K.
$700K. I owed you $1 million at one point, and there was no contract or anything. And I remember, like, I owed you like 140 grand.
This is just a flex, though. It's not good advice. I don't understand why they're flexing. Oh yeah, and we're just playing fast and loose with life-changing amounts of money. It just sounds like you're a child that should be more responsible. But of course, they're the gurus, the 22-year-old like finance gurus. We still haven't learned what they do.
Like 2 weeks.
I was going to say like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I was just checking the time.
But you would never be like, hey, like, when's the payout? When's the payout? Like, you were just like, yeah, whatever. And then we were hanging out with people, and I brought it up again. I was like, I'm pretty sure I still, yeah, like I do definitely owe you. And you're like, yeah.
These clips annoy me because they don't have any resolution. Like, and they're so short. Discover TikTok dropshipping. Do not go to this person's course.
Hello. I see that you have discovered Discover TikTok Dropshipping, which is our free course on TikTok dropshipping. This course is taught by two people, me and Sebastian Escueda. So it's the power duo, the two Sebastians.
Oh. So is this guy Sebastian Escueda? I guess that makes sense now because they're two Sebastians and they have a podcast. He's a YouTuber, real estate, 5x COVID survivor. What the hell? Why would you put that in your bio? And how did you get COVID 5 times? What are you doing, dude? Are you like licking petri dishes? Like, what is happening? And most importantly, nice guy. That's how you know he's nice, when you have to say it. I think my Twitter bio is the nicest YouTuber, so you know, I'm joking. Dude, ChatGPT could create this personality. You know what I mean? They always sound the same. Dressing well, getting fit, and being interesting will get you far in life. Spoken like a true NPC. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure this guy's nice. I don't want to like rag on him as a person too bad, but I do think that like these messages, maybe I'm too cynical. Maybe I should be like making my millions dropshipping. Okay, future Jarvis here. It's been a few weeks since I recorded this video because I was waiting for a sponsorship thing to happen. And since then, I have noticed some behavior from Sebastian that kind of makes me feel like I would have gone a little bit harder on him. One of those things is that he retweeted Aiden Ross's "There are only two genders" thing, which sucks. And just, yeah, I'm starting to get like weirder vibes than I got during the video while I was like learning about him. So I just want to say that. I think this kid, he's an adult man. I think he's misguided. I think he's very misguided. I just wanted to say that in case I don't cover that in the rest of the video. Here it goes. Here's the screenshots. Here's the Shopify screenshots. Since this guy's saying his course is free, I am curious. Usually people are charging money for their course. He does allude to the fact that it might eventually cost money, but maybe I'll take the course while it's free. Maybe I'll discover TikTok dropshipping and become the next big millionaire, making 500 milli. These courses, they tend to just teach you how to find a cheap product that is already mass manufactured. Find a supplier, you create a Shopify storefront, you create some advertising and marketing materials to market the product and make it seem really unique and interesting. And then you blast it into Instagram stories ads and in TikTok ads to try and convert sales. If you can trick a lot of people into thinking they need something, then maybe you get a lot of sales. Maybe you go viral on TikTok with your product, and then bada boom, bada bing, 500K ain't nothing to you. You got a Lambo, and everybody should have one. You know, that's you start a podcast with a friend who has the same name as you, and now you're selling your course. It's the circle of life. Typically how these things work is that you get into a course and then they ask you to pay more money to like get additional services. There's also pyramid scheme element of things where they give you the products that you're supposed to sell, and then you're getting all your friends and family involved. It doesn't seem like that's where this is going, but that is definitely a way that it can go. A lot of these scams kind of start the same way. Now that we know that these guys are drop shippers, which I wish they weren't always drop shippers. You know what I mean? Because they speak so confidently about business and stuff like that. And then they always kind of have they always do the same thing. They've always got a course. They're always drop shipping.
How much are you going to make this month?
Probably $500,000, maybe a little more.
Profit?
Yeah, profit. It's fucked. I accept that. I accept that amount of money is fucked.
So watching this back now, why are we watching a clip where this feels like it's built for a TikTok clip? Because it's like he's interviewing this guy, but this is the guy that he runs his business with. So it's like, how old are you? Sebastian, we have the same name. We've been in business together. What do you mean, how old am I? I've owed you $1 million last week. Also, not everybody has the position in life, especially in their early 20s, to drop everything and start a business that has no guarantee of succeeding. So I just want to call that out also. Okay, here we go. Someone said, bro, Def grew up in a very wealthy family. And his response was, Google me, buddy. Came from the mud. All right. I went from $1,000 to $8 million. My story. All right. I'm curious. 4 levels to getting rich in 2023. There's the red pill. There's the blue pill. There's the yellow pill. That's new. They're inventing new pills in 2023. The green pill. I don't remember that from the Matrix. That one's just NyQuil, actually. I just want to say that like Googling him didn't tell me anything about his background. He said he came from the mud, but then all I see is that he's been drop shipping. From immigrant to self-made multimillionaire in 4-ish years. Being an immigrant, by the way, doesn't mean that you are not wealthy or come from a wealthy family. If anything, if you immigrated to the United States and had the capital to like start a business, you're in a more privileged position than a lot of other people. His first business was a car flipping business, but soon switched over to drop shipping. He had near instant success with his first drop shipping store. Well, that's not very common. Let's watch his story.
This is my story. From $1,000 to $8 million in like 6 years or something.
He started with $1,000. So that's, not everybody has $1,000 to start. Just got to say that. I know it doesn't sound like, maybe some people are coming from a place where $1,000 doesn't sound like a lot of money. And some people are coming from a place where $1,000 is life-changing money. So just want to call that out. $1,000 investment in a business, considerable investment for a lot of people, especially at 18.
Now, keep in mind, my parents are from a communist country. They're from Romania. They moved here in 1988. They came with...
Okay, so he's first generation because his parents moved before he was born to the States, which makes him not an immigrant. That makes him a U.S. citizen. So I think that's misleading.
We grew up in Detroit with her and my 3 older siblings living in a 2-bedroom apartment in a pretty ghetto area, not being able to afford much, obviously. So that's the starting point to now. I'm 23 years old. I have my dream car, my Audi R8 V10 Plus.
And somehow he's managed to become he's become out of touch in record time. I don't know how you could say all of that and in the same breath say, if you're in your 20s and don't have a Lambo, you're doing it. You need to take a look at yourself. It's like, okay, acknowledge that you've been very fortunate. Not everybody is going to have the same story as you. It isn't coming from the same background. I don't think I'm going to watch this whole thing, or at least I don't think I'm going to show you the whole thing. I'll see if I learn anything from it. I have to say, I do see a little FTX ad here. Trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other crypto with 0 fees on FTX app. And we all know how that ended. I do wonder if this guy made a bunch of money on crypto somewhere too.
I started investing in cryptocurrencies. I started trading.
There it is. There's the crypto.
Turned like a $30,000 investment into $600K. I got really into that world. I bought some new cars.
Okay, it's pretty modest. And then suddenly I got like rich off of crypto. Like, I think that is where he like kind of is very fuzzy about the money he makes, probably because it was a lot and sounds more impressive that he like worked really hard on building these other businesses, but I don't know. It's 100% gambling. If you made money in crypto, that doesn't tell me that you're like a brilliant businessman. So if this guy's worth like $8 million and he trusted this other dude with $1 million, that does not seem like good business decision making. You know what I mean? Giving somebody like 1/8 of your net worth. This kid doesn't seem like a bad kid. He just seems out of touch. Yeah, it just like seems like this guy's just super motivated by money, and that's like his only driving force, or at least that's what comes through in the content, you know, which is fine. I don't want to, you know, yuck anybody's yum, but that's not for everybody. Obviously, like, don't believe everything you see on TikTok. These clips are they're made to seem as enticing as possible because you want people to get to sign up for your course. There's some definitely questionable stuff in here, the crypto, the NFTs, whatever. And then also just people who are only sort of money motivated kind of weird me out a bit, but that's just a me thing. If you want me to take this guy's dropshipping class, let me know, because I will consider it. Yeah, that's all I got. Bye.